Alright, welcome to the stream. I think we're live here. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Let's see. How is everyone doing today? Just getting my mic situated here. Give me 1 second. Just gonna work on creating some motion graphics, brainstorming for tutorials and stuff like that. So it should be pretty fun. Alright. Hey, hello, Diggy. Sounds good. You're hungry. Hungry for videos or to stream? Just hungry in general. Food sounds good. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a fusion composition here quick. Alright. So I kind of have an idea. So what I want to do is have like text and then text inside of the text, if that makes sense. I saw a thumbnail for an After Effects tutorial and I want to create it. In general? Okay, yeah. Hello, welcome. Okay, so let's go ahead and do I'm gonna do Jake Whip. I'm gonna do this like I'm making like an intro or something, okay? I'm gonna do the font Work Sans. That's a great font, by the way, for motion graphics. That, Roboto. Those are two of my favorite. But I'm gonna go ahead, select black. You know, I could actually have it like that and then have all the text in the middle of it. That could be kind of a cool look. There we go. So let's start with that. Yeah, so what I was thinking originally was like having that a mask in it. Invert it. And have like a small band of text that comes through it. You know, so it says something in the middle there. I mean, it'd look better than what I have set up here, but that's kind of what I was thinking. But I think instead what I'm going to do, and my Davinci Resolve is like freezing whenever I save. That's not good. Let me go turn autosave on so I don't have to. Preferences. There we go. Live save. Okay, so I'm going to grab another text node. And when I'm at it, I'm going to disable my mouse. Let's see, I just wanted to do nothing. Just have it click. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright. Oh, you know what I mean. Okay, good. Anything I should bring the words closer. Yeah, I'm gonna write out what I want to here, and then I'll adjust it all based on that. So I think I'm going to do video editing. Then we can just do like a dash. Tutorial, motion graphics maybe. Tutorials. I cannot type today. Let them touch. Oh, okay, so for my new idea, what I'm going to do is something like this. So I have the text in the middle. Let's do Work Sans again. This time we'll do like a regular. Maybe a bold. Do like that. Let's see, in the transform, I want the Y size to be a little bit more like that. Okay. And now I'll come through and bring the text closer. Hello from Alberta, Canada. I'm from like central United States. welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. Okay, so this is going to need to be a little smaller. But also I want it. There. I kind of like that. How do you guys like that? Hello from Ecuador. We have people all around the world here now. Welcome to the stream. But again, glad you guys can make it. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna work on my background now. What do you guys think? What do you think the background should be? Any ideas? I'm gonna start with a black one. We could add like a colored black background on top. A little brighter of a blue. And then also put a circle mask on it. Go ahead and put the soft edge at like 1. Is that Autria? Hello from Autria? Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'd feel kind of bad if I wasn't. I'm not sure where that is. Oh, Austria. Okay. It was just a typo. For animation, you should let the smaller text reveal from the space between. That's a good idea. So have like it's frozen. Okay. Have this text like the line spacing, like it comes up, kind of like that. I like that idea. So we'll come to the beginning and have this all the way together here. And then have it come up. And then we can also put a mask onto text 2 here. That's a good idea. I really like that. Thank you. And then just animate the height. Like that. So now it reveals that. There we go. I like that. Thank you. Let's go ahead. We'll just ease these a little bit. There. I might actually want it to be a little bit longer, but then what we'll do is we can just ease it a little more. So make it like 30 frames, but go ahead and like ease it a lot. So it's a pretty fast move. And what we'll do is we'll just shift this over a little bit. There. It's shifted a little bit too much. There we go. All right. I gotta rearrange my windows here quick. I was trying a different layout, but it's kind of hard to read my chat. So give me 1 second here. There we go. Kind of messing everything up here. Okay. And there we go. Oh wow, lots of chatting. Okay. Yes. Animate 2D sprites like characters. What's a sprite? Isn't that just like a... I think... So you're talking like, individual characters? Let me just look this up just so I get it for sure. I feel like I should know this, but... Yeah, it's just like a character. I see what you're meaning. Yeah. Okay. So a sprite is pretty much just like a character that you'd animate or something like that. And to animate those. So yeah, you could. So you could just import like an image of them. So I'm just gonna create like a little stick figure here. Alright. Let's add in another. How do I want to do this? Let's go like that. Boom. The stick figure is going to look great, guys. Boom. Why can't I close it? Oh, I guess I kind of have to go all the way to the end. Okay. Yeah. Looks more like a balloon now. Okay, so this is my sprite. Let's go ahead and give him a bit of border width. There we go. Now it doesn't look terrible. So you could just add like if this was an image, right? And Resolve is crashing again. So if I have this coming into a background, so let's just pretend that this is an image, right, of your sprite. And so we could add in a transform, and then you could move them around. So you can animate them like that. You could add rotation, do anything you want there. But if you want to make it so like his arms move and whatnot, so you could either import them as a SVG, which, let me see. So you just do import SVG. And I'm just going to go ahead and move this over. And I'm going to import my logo here as an SVG. Let's just bring this down. Alright. That'll import it as a group down here. And what you can do then... oh, this is not the right one. Okay. Anyways, you can come in here and you can modify all the masks. So if you imported them as a SVG, then you can animate each, like all of their limbs individually. Or like, let's say in the shape, or in the case of this, I can grab all the arms and individually animate them. Like that. Unless you just want to draw them all inside of Fusion, you can do that too. That, or if you have like also like a character, you can like separate his arms and stuff and put them all together later, so you can just control it all with transforms. Hopefully I kind of explained that well. I'll leave my perfect stickman guy up there for right now. But yeah, for like educational videos, I get what you mean, and you can make some really cool stuff with that. I am going to be getting into that. I was doing a little bit of messing around with it yesterday, actually. But I don't know how to do it yet, so. Am I going to make a video? That depends on what. On the stream, I'll probably make a video on this title here, or whatever I end up making. About the sprites, maybe. You're late? Not that bad today, actually. Only like 14 minutes. This is what we've created so far. So it's just some text revealing. And we need to shift the keyframes over some more yet, because I don't like that little 1 pixel gap. There we go. Let's go ahead and just shift this up a little, get it kind of more in the center. So I don't think the text is completely centered. Okay, so we have that. I think we should actually offset all this. Oof. Okay. Let's offset that, and what we want to do is animate the Jake Whip text on. So how should we do that? You just want motion designing in general? Okay. Yeah, I'm really into that right now, so I'm having a bunch of fun creating tutorials. Is there a way that you can animate each character individually? I feel like there is. Because I feel like I've done it before. That's the thing. Swinging text? Okay. Yeah, here we go, see? Yes, is that yes to what I was saying? Oh, so you can animate the text in the view. That is really cool. No, I'm like each character individually. Like I could take the K and move it all the way off to the right, and I could take the A and move it all the way to the left. So not like what a follower does. But let's see if I select any of these other ones. Yeah, see? Now I can do it. So you can animate each of these individually. What is this even supposed to be when it's finished? I don't know, just like a little motion graphics title. Can I DM you something? Tell me. Yeah, you definitely can. If you're in the Discord server, go ahead and do that. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Alright, let's see here. I'm just gonna reset all this. I gotta figure out the best way to animate it. What's this do? So if I select it. So you guys get to watch me learn this stuff here. Why does this keep freezing? Okay, this is gonna be really nice. Could I add a follower just to some of the text then too? No, I can't. Okay. Yeah, I'm just playing around with this right now. Let me go ahead and get this into a new project. Because every now and then I'll have a project that just freezes anytime I want to save it or anything, and it's kind of annoying. So let me just hide my display here and create a new project. Because I can still use all the same nodes and stuff. It's just for some reason the project freezes. And it's really annoying to work with. So for me, it's worth it to create a new project. All right. So here we go. Let me go ahead and get my... Let me go ahead and get my mouse set back up so now I can save and it doesn't freeze it. That is nice. Okay. Sorry, there's like a vacuum going on above my room here, so hopefully that's not too big of a distraction. If it is, let me know and I'll mute my mic whenever I'm not talking. Okay, but so we're gonna go ahead and animate the text coming down, kind of like a follower, but individually. So like the J is gonna come down, and then the W is gonna come up, then the A is gonna come down, the I is gonna come up, and so on. Okay. Recently found your channel. Simple. Thank you. I'm glad that I could help. Alright, so let's go into this text. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. We'll do the modifiers. And here I could hover. Show always text outline. Inside frame only. No text outline. Okay, I'm gonna do this. So I'm just gonna select these. Actually, I'm just gonna select the J first. We'll have everything come in by frame 40, so we'll add a keyframe. Then we'll come up. Let's do the E first. Where is this? Here we go. Can we hold on shift just to bring it up exactly? So how do I keyframe that? I think I'm doing the wrong thing here. Oh, here we go. I come in here. But how do I adjust just the positioning? Oh, it's down here. Okay. There we go. Except it's not changing. Am I missing something here? Does it need to have a keyframe first? Like, let's say a follower node? Yeah, there we go. So all it needs is to have a keyframe first. Just like how a follower works. You know how it needs the keyframe? Okay, so we'll get that back into its original position. And I think we'll start with moving them all. Well, let's add a keyframe here. And go frame over. And select the E. There. Come down here and go ahead and move this up. I think this is how it'll work then. Maybe not. I mean, worst comes to worst, you just do each character individually. Or what I could do is just separate, like, the Jake and the whip text. I think that's going to be easier for what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and then do remove the character style. So on this bottom one, I'll just remove whip. Okay. I'll copy that, paste it, I'll merge it up. And this one, I'll do whip. And as long as I leave the enter there, the animations should all be the same. So now I can do an individual follower on both of these. Are we going to tell me that? I have to do it individually. Well, I know that there's a way that I can animate each character by itself. There's a way. I know that. And I want nothing selected here. How do I turn all this off? There we go. Okay, so the Jake. Right click follower, modifiers. Let's go. Let's come down like 15 frames maybe. And move it up. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do the whip text right away as well. Have I ever tried any other software like Vegas or After Effects? I've not done Vegas, but I switched to Davinci from After Effects. So I know a good amount about After Effects. And actually, a lot of my tutorials I'll convert from Davinci. Or from After Effects into Davinci. Does anyone else have the problem where when using a follower, every now and then, a letter will be left behind? The only way I have found to fix it is go through and add a space on both sides. So it's still in the same spot, but it knows that there's another character there. Okay, let's go ahead. I actually don't want it to ease out at all, but I want it to ease in a good amount. This will be a little longer. Why did you switch from AE to Resolve? So first off, price. I don't want to be paying the money for the Adobe stuff. And I already used DaVinci for editing because I didn't like Premiere because that kept crashing. And then I realized that Fusion's node compositor is a lot easier for some of the stuff, like motion graphics. And then for some it's not. Layers are better. But for like masks and stuff, Fusion is so much better. But price was the main thing, stability and more updates. The motion blur video for the free version helped me a lot. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I was kind of happy when I figured that out because I knew I've been watching the comments on my one that had the paid version, and that was the biggest thing. Like, how do you do this in the free version? So I was able to find a way. Actually, before I do the line spacing here, what I should do is add the delay. So let's just bring this up. I like something kind of slow like that, like a delay of 11. And we'll do right to left on this one, just change it up. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Welcome. I do gaming videos and people tell me to switch to Vegas or After Effects. Do you think I should make the switch? Why do people tell you that? Because from what I see, I mean, Vegas is definitely like the more known editor for gaming. I'm not sure why that is, but it is. And yeah, what he said, use what's best for you. You got to analyze what you do. Like what you do for your workflow and what you do to make videos. And you got to find out what software is best for you based on the price, the speed of it, and the features inside of it. So that's up to you. There's videos comparing all three out there. I know Jay Lippman has like a Davinci Resolve user, tries Vegas and whatnot. So you could try checking out those. But I have not used Vegas for what I do. I like DaVinci better, but you just have to find out what works for you. I'm late to this because I do program my mini device to work with DaVinci in all functions. Oh, that's kind of cool. And yeah, it is the place to ask questions. That's what it's for. There we go. How's this looking? I'm wondering if the if I should delay the text coming up a little bit more because the E and the W doesn't quite finish coming. So I think I'm gonna delay it just a little bit yet. It's looking good. There we go. I'm kind of liking that. Alright. I like Resolve and I use it for gaming, but I have After Effects. I use it for gaming. I have After Effects. To me, it's a lot more complicated, but I don't know much about editing. So what's more complicated, After Effects or DaVinci? It's insane and really clean. I think you're talking about DaVinci because I think DaVinci is the cleanest looking editor out of all of them. But yeah, I think it might look better if we slide in. Better if we have like the letters explode out even. So like the tracking is down and it like pops out. Or it comes in. which of those three. So slide in, like this kind of sliding in, pushing out, or like that kind of sliding. What about a little zoom out when the second text starts to reveal? So just like after the merge here. Oh wait, put that in the wrong spot. Something like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, try each. You don't like the subscription service of AE. Yeah. That's the main thing, cuz also like lack of updates. They didn't really add too many revolutionary changes or like the bug fixes that the community wanted. You want it to pop out. Yeah, you can ask him now. I can see if I can answer him. Please ask. Yep. Everything explodes. Alright, so I'll try the explosion effect first. Okay, so let's come into this text. We'll bring the tracking. We actually have to view it, because the tracking, if it's at 0, it extends out the other way. So I'm not sure what the sweet spot is here. It's going to be something like that. So we can then come to the beginning. Add a keyframe. I'll come to the end one here. And go ahead and set that back. I think this needs to be offset a little bit. I kind of like that. Okay. Just kidding. Do I use plugins? It all depends on what I'm doing. I do some plugins. Let's see. What's some of the plugins that I like? I like the audio spectrum one, or audio waveform. I used this in my last tutorial. If you guys watched the intro of it, that's how I did the audio effect. What's another one that I use? Nova. Haven't used that for a little while, but this one creates like Plexus-like effects. Retoucher. This is one by Learn Now Effects that I'll have a video coming in soon. It's like a skin correction plugin. So like the face refinement plugin on the color page. But you can do it in the free version of Resolve then. I think it's a like $20 plugin. The audio one is from Reactor, and then the Nova one is on Learn Now FX website, and that one's free, and then the Retoucher one is the only paid one, and then it's still only like $20. And I'll have a video coming in the next few days on that one. We want a different topic related to Fairlight. I don't do a ton of Fairlight. All I do is boost my audio and then add the levels effect. That's all I do. I think, who is it that just did one? Jay Littman will do some Fairlight tutorials. So you can check him out. But I'm going to go ahead and quickly reverse this effect. So I'll just make it so the tracking's bigger. Let's take this rectangle off here. So this one we'd have to have like more of a fade on effect. Actually no, this rectangle needs to be on. We just need to extend it. There. Okay, so which one did you guys like better? Do you like this one? Or where it explodes out? Out of these two so far. Okay, I did use this effect for my Instagram Morsecap video to emulate the effect of a 35mm camera. Okay. You're afraid of Fairlight? Yeah, Jamie Fenn has a pretty good video on that. Just going over it. Lots of people pirating software. It's not allowed, and the software developers really would not like that. So, I don't do it, and I don't think anyone else should, but I guess it's your choice. For the sake of learning, yeah. You like the first one? First one? This one? I'm sorry, but you're getting 2 against 1 there. Oh, now you switched to first one? Okay. Peer pressure. Alright, let me change it back. Actually, wait, we should do the slide-in one here quick. Let me just remove that. And what I'll do is I'll come to the end here. Ugh. Let's reset that. Add a keyframe. Go ahead and get it so this is all the way out. There. This one does need to be offset a good amount too. Maybe it starts like right here. This one there. Okay. So now out of the 3, which one do you guys like better? So either the first one, which is the text exploding out, the second one where it's all going in, and then the third one where it's sliding in. Whichever one everyone likes will do. Okay, let's see. Can you do the rectangle to a 3D waving flag? Wave, okay. Let me think here. I think you might be able to do it. Let me just think of how I'd want to do it. While I wait for your answers, let me go ahead and try this flag thing. Let's say we use an image plane. Okay, so this is our flag. And how we'd want to do it is using like a fast noise, or you'd have a displacement texture. Okay. So what I would do is then go ahead and add a keyframe on this, move it forward, and have it come out. Maybe slow that down a little bit. And then what you can do with this is once you have your keyframes, select it and then do set relative so it'll continue it. And then after the image plane, do a displace 3D. And put the fast noise into that. And we'll need to come into the image plane and bring the subdivisions up. Try 40. And then in the displace, we can just bring this down. So now we have like, you'd have to refine it, but if we bring the X scale down, I mean, you can kind of get like a waving flag effect. And you can also put in your own displacement map. So let's say we come into this place and we just turn this down a little bit. That actually, in the fast noise, we could up the contrast, bring down the brightness. So that some would be a little bit more intense. So you could do something like that for a waving flag. Send me a link. Okay. The first one. You like that one? Anyone but the last one. Texture with stowed jeans. How am I I'm using OBS to capture my screen. Could you discover some new nodes? Let me know some nodes that you would like to learn, and I can see if I could tell you. I'm just going to go through and work on my motion graphics here right now. Will I be buying any of the new RTX graphics cards? If enough people buy me a coffee, then yeah, I will. Otherwise, no. Do I have any ideas on creating backgrounds with textures of lighting effects for motion graphics and intros and stuff like that? So, by textures, do you mean like having like little animations going on in the background or something like that? And I think I'm going to go on with the first one for the text animation, by the way. Out of all of them, that is my favorite. So sorry to anyone who didn't want the first one. Let's go ahead and bring this in. All right. Okay, there we go. I just had to recreate that again. Good answer about the graphics card. Yeah, just a nice little plug there. I mean, not to have a static color as a background. Okay. The link. Okay. Let me check this out. I see it. Let me go ahead and just watch this here quick. Yeah, so that's kind of intense. Do you mind if I share this with the stream? Just so that they know what I'm trying to recreate here. What's with the flag? It was trying to answer a question. So that has nothing to do with the project. So for just back to the background thing. So let's say I have this background. So instead of just a static background, I have like a mask on it. So this is what it would look like if it was just one color. Then you just add a slight mask with like a soft edge of 1. That'll just have it like, just fade off a little bit. I think that looks good. And something I haven't done a lot of, but I'm going to start doing, is taking like an ellipse and a background node, connecting these up, okay, making the background black. Then inside of this, we'll just bring the soft edge up a ton and shrink this down. And what we can do is create like a shadow effect. There, so now we have like a shadow on the ground. And again, you can play with the settings to get what you want. If you want it more intense, less intense. But now if we view this, and if you were to get it positioned correctly, that can be kind of a cool look. So that's a tip. Or something you can try. Then you could also add like I'll have to do a video on backgrounds. If you go look at my motion graphics pack, like the first one or the essentials pack, I have a background in that, and you can kind of look at that. And there's like some particles and stuff going on. Yeah, I got the link. Here, I'll just show it. So I got the link here. So this is what you want me to recreate. So I'm just gonna quickly do this flag thing here. Okay. So let's say this is my background. Or let's say this is my flag here, okay? It's a terrible looking flag, but it's a flag, okay? So this is my flag. So then let's say you put this into the image plane. So now your flag's on here, and it's waving. Okay? And I guess what you'd want to do is make it so one of the sides is pinned. So we'll come and grab a background. And how it works is wherever it's white, there's going to be a wave. And wherever it's not white, there's not going to be a wave. Or, yeah. So let's take the background, put it on top, and add a rectangle, and put it off to the side here. Okay? We can add a soft edge. But we just want it to be completely solid on the side, so that that will always stay in one position. So now it doesn't move. And I'm a we can come into the fast noise and like remove some of the contrast maybe. And brighten it up a little bit. So there, and then you could position your camera down at the bottom here, and you'll have a flag moving. I'm going to go back to the motion graphics for now, but we can get to that later if you still want. How much are they? I assume you're talking about the new graphics cards? Oh, you're talking about the motion graphics thing. So the original one is $5. But the second one, which is a lot better, is $10. But just a little inside info here. You can go to pretty much any of my motion graphics tutorials, and there's a 20% off code in the description. So you guys can go ahead and use that then, if you want that. So the motion graphics kit is the new one. All right, let's get back to this. Did I miss anything about it? We're getting a lot of questions today, which is very good. I like it. So I actually like this background, so we're going to go ahead and keep that. And let's go ahead and design a cool background. So what I'm thinking is we have like a bunch of lines coming across, and then like in a few spots. Let me show you what I mean. So we'll take a background here. Or we'll take a rectangle, make it very small. Let's uncheck show view controls, so that means that we can just see the line a little bit easier. We can rotate it. And then just put it up in the corner here. Okay. And now we'll add a duplicate node after this. Putting it in as the input. Now we can just offset it a little bit. Wait a minute. No, I did that wrong. Okay, never mind. This needs to be in the middle. Does it work in the free version? Yeah, it does. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Or answer to that. But yes, it does work in the free version, the Davinci Resolve. Okay, let's do that, and then we'll just duplicate this a bunch. Say 15. Why do some of them disappear? Does anybody else have that issue? For me, I found you just have to change the pivot point a little bit. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll add a mirror effect. And we can just bring this around. Oh wait, can we do this though? No, you can't do that. Okay, what we'll do then is add a transform and merge this up. And in this transform, we can just flip it 180 degrees. Then if we connect this up on top, we'll just set it to like a bluish color. And then take a fast noise what we'll do is we'll just have a little bit of contrast like that and put this in as a mask. So now it's only visible in a few spots. So we could do this just to add like a little bit of variation to it. Okay. Do you know of any good resources for which you can get sound effects for motion graphics like impacts, whooshes, or blast, except from Epidemic or Artlist? Okay, well I was gonna say Artlist. Let's see. I actually don't really know of any sound effects. I'm sure you could find it, like if you look up on YouTube, best sound effects for motion graphics. You could probably find a free pack or something. Alright, should I practice on motion designing first and then buy it straight away? So you could do it either way. So you could look at it as buying it, like it helps you to create stuff, but you could also use that to learn. Because when you buy it, like you can see everything that went into creating it. So it's also a helpful way to learn how to do this stuff and see how I've optimized it. But then again, if it's just going to be something where you buy it and then you don't actually ever look into how to do it, and you don't learn anything from it, you just use it kind of to skip ahead. I don't know. It's kind of up to you. I mean, of course, I want you to buy it. I'm not so sure about this background here. What do you guys think with having those lines? And we could like randomize it so have it moving around like that, which I guess looks kind of cool if it's kind of fast. Okay. Can I make a video on how to use a stinger transition in Resolve? Let me look up that transition quick. Oh, is it just like the wipe transition? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. I could do that. Or actually, does someone else have a video? Patrick Sterling. He might have a video on that already. But I can just tell you here, if you grab a rectangle, what you can do is you can use this to make your wipe effect. I guess I'd have to do a tutorial just to be able to explain that well. So, possibly. I can possibly do a tutorial in the future. JRTV has one? Okay. You're going to buy it. You're tired of paying designers to make stuff. Okay. Yeah, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. It helps me out. You can make easy sound effects yourself. $MIDI keyboard and include software. Okay. Yeah, I should start doing some sound effects. It'd be very helpful. Yeah, I could kind of count it as motion graphics too, like a motion graphics transition, because it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, you like all the nodes. Oh, you're talking about the pack? Because this really is not that many nodes. I'll show you a project that I worked on. So I had a way to. This is for a paid project that I did. I just gotta let this load here quick. My project manager is kind of crashing. Oh, that's fun. Oh, never mind. It regrouped. Let me pull this up. So it's a project that I worked on, a paid project. And I had to do a lot of manual work here, but the nodes look pretty cool. So 570 Ryzen, 16 gigs of RAM. I think your PC could handle what I had set up there. But this So this is what I wanted to create. Let me mute this so I don't get copyright claimed. So this is what the client wanted created, like something to pop up like this. So I had it set up so that it'd randomly generate colors for each of the circles, but then he wanted these pattern ones. So if you come into Fusion, there's a couple of nodes. It's not really that organized, but yeah, there's a good amount of nodes here. So that's a pretty big node setup. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back. Oh, wait a minute. No. I forgot to turn my screen on. Whoops. Well, this is the node setup here. I'm gonna have to switch back to that project. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. 61 keys for €1. That's nice. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I feel kind of stupid now. But this is the animation. So all these circles pop up. So I had it set up so that it all came off of one and then it was duplicated. But like I said, then we also needed to put images into it. So that didn't work. So it comes up like that and then comes down. So I had to place each of these individually. So I placed each of these circles. What I did was I found the spacing that I needed, and then I just added it so that each of them are spaced the exact amount. And then I copied it and used the merges to offset the rows. And I had to set all these background colors to be a little different. Then over here, like I said, this is very messy. These are all my individual patterns that then go into transform nodes, and they just override the circles. And then what I did was I animated. Well, each of these ellipses are connected to this control, and then they have offsets. So they get like one frame offset, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 down here. So, yeah. That took like an hour to set all this up. Let's go back to the stream too. How much do I get paid for each project? I worked for $20 an hour for that project. I'm not going to share the exact amount, but let's get back to this project here. So let's see. Let's let this render here quick. You're running Davinci and Intel HD graphics. I know the feeling. I used to do that. Back in Davinci Resolve 15 beta. It was pretty unstable then. Alright, but I'm liking the look of this so far. I think the background's moving a little fast, so I can just slow that down right here. Alright, almost done here, and boom. So I like the look of that. MuseCore is an open source music portal with 100,000 music titles. Huh. I've not heard of that one before. And we no longer need my... Oh wait, that's different. Never mind. Alright, what do you guys think we should add to this? I think I could add like a few motion graphics coming out. So here for the motion graphics kit, I have it imported in my effects library. So I have all of the different animations here. So like I could grab animation 1, and it comes in as a group, but if I double click it, you can see what went into making it. So this one's really simple. This is just like a little line coming out. Animation 3, this is not the one that I wanted, but It's just a, excuse me, cross spinning. I think it's animation 2. That's the one that I want. Nope. Maybe 4? Yeah, it's 4. Okay. Okay, what do you do in the case of having such a big node tree for still having smooth playback? I've heard you can pre-render some parts of the Fusion composition with saver nodes. Yeah, so if I'm working on a big project, and let's say I have my background here, and I don't want to have to render this every time, I can just drop in a saver node here, and go ahead and save that, and then when I import it, it comes in as a media in. So I bring my media in, and I just take all this away and put it off to the side and have my media in coming in. So it'd look the same, it's just that would be just like a pre-rendered thing. So it'd be a little bit faster. Except from that, how do you handle this? Oh, okay. So you can right click up here, uncheck high quality. That'll speed things up a little bit. Uncheck motion blur if you have that, as well as coming up to Fusion or playback and bringing the proxy mode down. As a starter, can I do what you did in a short amount of time while having your pack? So what do you mean by what I did? So if you did you watch the pack trailer? That's what's all included in it. It has everything laid out there. It doesn't have like title animations and backgrounds and stuff. But anyways, here, what I was gonna do with this animation, is I'll just scatter these around and have them come out. So I might try throwing this into a duplicate node. So that's my animation. So let's say I want it to like start at about right here. I can click on the group, come up to my Keyframes Editor, and down here at the bottom it's animation 4. So I can grab all the points down here and offset it. There we go. Okay. You'll watch later? Okay. But after this animation, I'm going to add in a transform, scale it down, rotate it. So we have something like that, maybe. I want this to be kind of just like a small detail. Just have a bunch of these. So in the duplicate, I'll just do 10 copies. Let's find where it's animated. Then we can play around with the like position in which it's at, the size, angle. Actually, you know what we'll do? Is we'll add a duplicate and make it come out in like a circle. So we'll come up to the copy or the angle, do expression, do 360 divided by copies. So it'll do 360 divided by whatever this is up here. So that means that they will all be evenly spaced. When I do something like that. So let's say we have 20 copies, but we scaled this down. And what we'll even do is move it out. Down even more. Let's see here. Can you do that for optimized playback with my pack? Yes, you can. My pack is pretty optimized with how it works. But yeah, like I have this little sequence here, and I could add a saver node and that keeps the transparency. So I could like export this using the saver node. So that would work. I'm gonna go ahead and get a render of this. And yeah, my computer's starting to slow down a little bit here. That because I'm duplicating this so many times. I'm actually gonna go through and optimize. Let's optimize this animation here. So what I mean by that is when I'm duplicating this, I'm duplicating it 20 times. And this is a 1920 by 1080 composition. So that's a ton of pixels that it's creating. And it's not really necessary. So let's take this out, okay? Connect this back up. And I'm gonna ungroup it here just to make it easier. And if we put the polygon into this transform, and then the duplicate into the color, it should go a good amount faster, while still creating the same result. Actually, let's eliminate the transform, and now in this we can adjust the size and position. So eliminating nodes and stuff will help speed it up a good amount. Oh, and our issue here is we can have the size. We can still have the size at the same. Maybe a little shorter. But now we just need to bring down our border width. So as you can see, this is already rendering a little bit faster. Okay. Last animation. With the template. You will buy it, but we need to fill PayPal. What do you mean? Like the background footage? Like the project file? You were gonna buy the project file? I think that's what you're meaning. And I actually don't like having this animation here. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I think that looks pretty good. What else could we add? We could try animation 6, which is just going to be these like little no, not 6, 5. Which are all these like little circles that'll spawn. With the bowl and mirror. The reflections one, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't like that. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. I think that looks pretty good. As long as there's no other requests from anyone. It's perfect 3D work and useful for a lot of things. I'm glad that's helpful. We can go back to the flag thing if you'd like. Let me actually go ahead and get... Let me get an American flag picture here. Let's do this one. Nah, this one. Gotta find one that's high enough res. Alright, this one's better than nothing. And it's PNG. Okay. Here we go. So let's go ahead and put this in as the texture instead. So now I can grab a render as well as a camera. Merge it up. What I'll do is I'll just come down to that like position that you had it. Then do camera. copy POV to camera 3D 1. So now the camera sees from that location. Even shift it to the side a little there. And then we can go ahead, grab like a light, have the light casting down. Let's do use target. Boom, boom. So there we go. Now we have this going. Okay, there we go. How to add the reflections to the flag. If you're doing that, you'll take a ward node and you'll put your texture, your flag texture in as the color material. Then the reflect after that. All right. And let me just go find an environment texture here quick. I have stuff from Video Copilot from when I used Element 3D. Okay, let's say this is my environment picture. Okay. And we'll put this into the reflect as the color material. So there's reflections on the flag now. Actually, we need a sphere map first. Now there's accurate reflections on it. But you'd want to bring this way down because you don't really want that much reflection on a flag, if any. Okay, since I don't have a card or bank account linked to my PayPal, I can just have a friend buy it for me and give me access to it. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Did your flag in Blender? Okay, so if you did the flag in Blender, then you just import it as a FBX mesh. So pretty much minus all this. And that's just the FBX mesh that you imported. And then this is your texture setup with the spotlight and whatnot. Could even bring the spotlight down just to give it a little bit more like dramatic. Yeah, something like that. It's kind of cool. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end the stream for today. Unless anyone else has any more questions. I think it went pretty well. We got a nice little animation done. And I'll probably go through it and make a tutorial with any other changes that I add. When did I start learning motion graphics and why? Let's see. So I did some when I used After Effects, which I've been using Davinci Resolve like for 2 or 3 years. And no, 2 years now, like full time. But I did some in After Effects, and then in Davinci just the last few months I've been doing a lot of motion graphic stuff. And why? I like the look of it. I think it's cool. It's a good skill to have. Yeah. Because you can make some cool titles, you can do intros. And then just like simple graphics like, oh, I just crashed. Okay. I don't know why why Davinci just crashed there. Give me 1 second. Put the flag in your animation, please, and will be a special. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of would. Alright. Yeah, sorry that Davinci crashed here, but nothing I can really do. So we'll just wait for it to open again. It takes forever for it to load my project database just because of the amount of stuff I have. There's hundreds of projects. Alright, let's go. But yeah, so what I was going with the why is you can just make motion graphics for like subtitle, like if you're introducing someone. You'll make like a little bit of graphics for their name, or if you're doing like a subscribe animation or something like that. All right. Well, this is what I was gonna show you. I made all these little things for my tutorials. I'm gonna hide that. So it's like this little Discord icon. It's join my Discord server. And that's kind of like, that counts as motion graphics. Alright. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll try and do another stream either later this week or next week. And I'll